Hey guys, Media Run to the Max here, and today I'm going to be talking more detail on what Lightseekers is. Now, Sunday, you noticed I uploaded a video, me and Savage uploaded a box opening of the latest set of Lightseekers, and I thought I will do this video to explain more about what the game is and how it works. I know we talked about it a little bit in the video, but today I'm going to go into more detail about what the game is. So the game is made by a group called Play Fusion. So I think it's their first actual TCG card game. So I've been playing the game for a while. I've actually really been enjoying the game. It's a nice break from always having to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm hoping that this card game doesn't go like it did with Force of Will on the channel. So let's go into detail. So let's start off with the main card being your hero. Now, you know it's a hero because they have the hero icon down here. And we also have this red circle with, say, a number. That is your health. Oh, sorry guys, hay fever. And this will always be placed on the board at somewhere. So basically the rules say you're basically playing as your hero card. Every time you take damage, you just have to take it off your health. The playmat has health symbols along the edges, which I'll put it in the video right here so you guys understand. And yeah, this will always stay on the board. There's no way your opponent can actually kill this card, and all the heroes have certain abilities. This one has ability heal any hero for 1, which is heal them by 1. This cannot be increased. Most hero cards will have that saying it can't be increased, but yeah. So that's the hero. I'll pop the hero down here. Now let's go on to what the other type of cards are. Like, you have attack cards, you have buff cards, you have defend cards, should probably combo cards, and last but not least, item cards. Practically, these are all the different type of cards in the game, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, so these are all the different cards, well, including this. They are all the type of cards in the game: attack, buff, defense, combo, and items. So I'm going to be talking about these cards one by one and what they do. So attack cards, they effectively are like spell cards. They activate and go. You know it's an attack card when it has a attack symbol down here and the sword symbol up here. Basically, attack cards always say 3 damage. We always deal like damage. This one does 3 damage, increases by 3 if the recipient, aka your opponent, attacked you last turn. A lot of these cards exist in the game, and there's all different types of color. There's green, there's red, there's black, there's blue, there's orange, and there's yellow. But as for now, these I've only got green cards, so attacks, they just get placed on the board, and then they go when they're used up. Buffs though, buff cards will stay on the board until their rotation has finished. What I mean by rotation is by this green arrow here when it's like with this one, when it gets played, you heal for say 1, because there's 1 here. After your turn after your turn's done, your opponent has their turn, and then when it gets to your turn, the first thing that you do is rotate your card, well, your buffs. Now it has rotated. It now does 2. So when it says down here with the rotate symbol in the card text saying rotate healing, it now heals me 2. And then it keeps going until it gets to here, which is this last rotation. And then after your opponent's had their turn, now it's your turn again. This now gets sent to this card pile. But there are other buffs in the game that state you don't have to send the buff to the bin. Another example of a buff like that is Insect Swarm. This card will just stay on the board. It doesn't rotate, but it will always ping damages to your opponent at the start of your turn. So they're just other buffs like it. Next, defend cards. Defend cards are a lot similar to attack cards, except obviously it has defend here and it's got like shields up here. Defend cards mostly do a lot, say healing, search, add cards from bin back to hand. Those what mainly this defense cards do. So defend cards are pretty simple, they're pretty nice. Now combo cards, being these cards with combo, this is a combo buff. There are combo attacks and combo defense in the game. I just don't have any of them. But combo cards can only be played at the very beginning of your turn. Combo cards can be played by returning cards with these symbols from your hand to the deck. This one requires Animal, Forest, and Soul. So once you then reveal this card, you reveal the symbols, you then put those symbols cards into the deck, shuffle, this gets played, and then you draw 1 card. That then ends your turn. I'll get to the whole how the turn ends after I've finished with the last cards. But yeah, so this card, when it gets played, it doesn't do anything because of the X. The X symbolizes it doesn't have anything to do. Damn, what's hay fever? Jesus. Oh, but once it's my turn again, it then rotates. This now does 14 damage. Now, a lot of combo cards won't really do that. It's just some of my cards, well, most of my combo cards always do that. Like, some combo cards will help you not take as much damage as you mainly would. Some will help you like defend if they're like combo buffs, but combo attacks will just say do 9 damage or something, and then after it turns out it just goes to the bin. The last type of card is an item card. Now, item cards do take an action. I'll get to actions soon, but this effectively will go into the item area on the playmat, which is here. After that, basically what this allows you to do, now that it has because it works with your hero. You see here, this hero has animal highlighted. This has forest highlighted. This means I can play 2 cards with the same symbol during the turn, and cards with the beast symbol more than once in a turn. Most items won't actually have an effect. When it comes to 1, it means you can have, if you have 2 item cards and they both have 1, you can equip those effectively to your hero. But if you have one item card that has 1 and another that has 2, you can't equip both. It has to be either the 1 or the 2. If it's the 2, that's the item's done. You can't equip another item. But you can equip 2 1s, but you can't equip 2 2s or 2 1 or a 1 and a 2. Hope that makes sense. So let me now get to how actions work. You can have 2 actions per turn. With the actions, you can play, as I said, 2 actions. Your first action is either going to be attack or buff, or even defend, depending on what you have in your hand. When it comes to that, you can either choose to activate 1 action and then end your turn, or having 2 actions and end your turn. Now, the difference between only having 1 action and having 2 actions is at the end of your turn, if you activate 1 action, you will only draw 1 card. If you were to do 2 actions, you do not draw any cards. So you have to think a lot in the game, but the game it's a very simple game, but it starts slow, but picks up speed pretty fast. Something else. So, again, if I were to play an attack and then a buff, both my actions done, I can't draw a card from the top of my deck. Each opponent, the opponent going first starts off with 4 cards in their hand. The opponent going second has 5 cards in their hand. And if a card has, there we go. If a card has a attack ability, like my Royal Bumble has, that means if you choose to activate this attack ability, that is an action. Some cards have abilities when they rotate or when they start a turn. That will take an action, so that means you can choose to activate 1 more action, or you could choose to only activate this and draw a card. The game, again, me and Savage actually enjoy the game, and there's other people that also enjoy the game. It's slowly starting to pick up, and I hope it definitely does pick up in the next couple months. The game only has 1 set per year, I believe, but they do release certain structure decks along that year. So it's not just, okay, they have 1 set and then they're silent for a year. No. 1 set per year, then they release a couple structure decks. Which is understandable. It does mean that when the rotation comes around, then you don't have to worry about a certain card going out of rotation because you can then play it for a long period of time. The one thing that does happen with rotations, if your hero gets rotated out, they are permanently out of the game. Like, I used to play this hero, which allowed me to activate an ability to draw 2 cards. This guy was actually pretty good, but he was then put out of rotation. So I chose to then play this card, allowing me to ability, which is action, to heal one. So once your hero is rotated out, it doesn't return. It's permanently retired from the game. So that one thing kind of sucks. They can only have one hero, like, once you play the game, and once that's done, you have to choose a different hero. That hero won't ever come back. But yeah, the game's quite enjoyable. It's quite fun, and I'm hoping to upload more of this to the channel. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about the card game, I will leave a link in the description to the Lightseekers rule page and their like card database if you guys want to check up what other cards they have. But yeah, that's really it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.